What's up, brothers? Okay, now that that's over with, let's go ahead and read the release notes for Odoo 17.2. Every few months or so, Odoo will put out a new minor version of their, larger version that they have at the time. So currently we're in 17 and we have these minor versions, and we're just moving on to 17.2, and we get a little bit of a rundown every time that we get this new version of some of the features that have been switched up along the way here. So if you're in a SAS database rather than a SH database, you will have access to these minor versions. For those only in those SH databases, you can only stick to those major versions. So for the SH folks, or for the SAS folks out here, let's go through some of these release notes. Going to skim and kind of go deep into a couple of these. Before we begin, let me tell you a story of an interaction I had with my client today. They had emailed me because they were seeing that they had access to a certain reporting menu in Odoo, um, but they weren't seeing it. They sent me a screenshot of the menu bar up there, wasn't there. And so I went in, impersonated them, and I was able to see that menu bar. Um, and I was like, did you change anything since you emailed me? Because, I'm viewing this as you, and nothing's changing. And she's like, well, I haven't logged out of my account since I have first logged in back when we went live. And that was over a year ago, and I was so impressed. I don't know if that means that, the system she was using has not been logged out of in over a year, or restarted. Um, Folks, if you're out there, definitely restart your laptop every so often. But that was something really impressive. So every so often, I for life of me, I don't know why she wasn't seeing that report to begin with, but every so often log out of your database and hop back in. Make sure you remember the password. Okay, so as promised, I'm just going to scroll through these, read them aloud. I might do a deep dive into some of these. Definitely interested in a couple of the ones I saw here. So, in our general settings, you can see they're um, separated by app. We have activity, plans, timing, define the timing of each day, activity, um, each activity of an activity plan. We get readable URLs now. It's going to be nice. Relaunch a search by clicking on the magnifying glass icon in the search bar. Word. Alrighty. So other things include invoice analysis report offers a margin and a simple inventory valuation measure based on customer invoices and vendor bills without requiring that inventory app. It's going to be huge. Consider access rights when thinking of a model kind of transferring over from one to another. Looking at reconciliation wizard. Reconciliation's been a big thing for some of my accounting clients. The amount is editable when reconciling a single journal item through the reconciliation wizard, allowing a partial write-off. All right, perfect. We have localization updates here. Kind of going to skip through these here. You can take a look at the US. Accounting added a compatibility module with the Amazon module and Avalara tax computation. In terms of payroll, we generate the CSV files with an overview of the hours worked and time off to import into ADP. That is huge for one of my clients. So definitely looking forward to that. Appointments, if you're using the appointments app, you can warn about any sort of conflicting meetings. It's going to be perfect for people keeping really tight schedules there. Group batch lines and disable add product. So the add product feature, when doing picking, shipping, sending, that is something that you can disable now, so that people aren't uh, incorrectly adding products to a picking order, for instance. Just scrolling through some of these here, we have just a couple additions to some of these apps here. Was looking a little further down here to field service, which is a really popular app. Pick up products, view the products that pick up for field service tasks through a smart button. So we have an additional smart button out of the box there for you. And plan by location. Again, that is another huge one for a lot of contractors who go on site. They will have these types of requirements, and so planning by location, that's going to be perfect. All right, fleet contract UX. Uh, uniformation. All right, cool. Create back orders in advance so you can split packaging before validating, allowing deliveries at two different locations or dates. That is magnificent. I want to dive into that one. All right, so I have a 17.2 run bot up. So what does this note one? This says split pickings before validating, allowing deliveries at two different locations or date. All right, so wonder if this is just for picking. Um, let's make this a two-step warehouse, right? Picking and then shipping. So let's take a look at the warehouse configuration here. We don't have multi-step routes enabled, or else we would have that ability. So we have to go into settings here. And then we're going to go down to multi-step routes, enable that. Then by default, our warehouse is going to be one-step shipping. We want to change that to two steps so that we can test that picking a picking strategy. So we can go to warehouses again. What did it say about locations? Different locations. Okay. That's still super helpful. Not incoming. We're going to do outgoing. Save. Another cool thing about 17.2, it's not that circle with the arrow. It's now an X. Makes sense. A little bit more sense there. All right, so we are picking and shipping. Perfect. So let's go ahead and sell something. We're going to see some of the usual suspects here. We could sell the Azure interior. I don't even know what I selected. Do we have it in stock? I guess I should check that. Let's hop out of our sales. Let's see what's in stock before we ship any of it. Reporting stock. Yeah, customizable desk. We'll do storage box. Yeah. Perfect. Add some quantities here. Maybe we ship half now, half later. So we'll confirm, go to delivery order. I said go to the delivery order. Alrighty, so picking now in advance. So I was doing a little digging. I don't think it has to do with picking per se. Um, I'm seeing a lot of people in this run bot because it's a shared database testing it out. So there's our batch transfers there. Um, let's validate this pick. See, maybe on the delivery we get something different. Oh, that is one of the cool things now. Is that if you have a multi-step route and it's a push route, it has a push rule on it. The next document doesn't get created until the first one is validated. So picking, um, if you pick something and then the next record is automatically delivering, um, you in 17.1 and behind, you would have been able to see both those documents at the same time. Now it's one at a time. So you saw there was one delivery truck, now there's two. So we have that pick, and now here's that ship. Yeah, so here's this delivery order. Looking for batch transfers. I found it, brothers. It was split. So here it is. Nothing to split. All demand is done. For you to split, you need at least one line not fully fulfilled. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like packaging. So you enter in however many you want to split with. So let's say half. Then we could split. I thought we just said that. What? Let's take a look. Nothing to split. All demand is done. For you to split, you need at least one line not fully fulfilled. Is this not fully fulfilled? Validate? I mean, it creates a back order, but that was the whole point. Okay, guys, I cracked the case wide open. Yeah, so what we're gonna need to do, I'm just gonna restart so we can just duplicate this here. I got 4 storage boxes here. We'll confirm this. Again, the first thing that pops up is a pick. Um, and remember that new feature now, the delivery order is not created until that pick has been validated. Um, the quantities fill in automatically. No longer do we live in the days of please fill that in for me. It already does it. But so we will need to unreserve it to zero that out. And say we only want to pick half of that order. We can go ahead. I did two, save that, and then we could split it. So you don't have to be in the process of picking the first two and then pick that and then do that split. Maybe you're warehouse managing for an order next week and you got, two, you want to split that pick operation in half. You could do that. That's actually something that another client of mine could definitely benefit from. Um, that's awesome. So yeah, you could do that, and then when you're ready, you can come back. In the chatter, it has the other pick, but I'm sure that if you go back to the sales order, yep, there's all three of them right there. Two picks, and now we have a delivery order. Um, Great question. Let's see if they pick, if it will create two delivery orders or if it'll just fall into one delivery order. Yep, just one delivery order with all four of them. Perfect. All right, back to the release notes here. Let's see. Cross-company lot serials are now fully traceable through multi-company. Word. Tracking adds delivery to ease the transfer of tracked products that are not tracked to reception. They appear as non-tracked products on transfers. Let's read that again. To ease the transfer of tracked products that are not tracked at reception, they appear as non-tracked products in transfers. Okay. So we might not track them at reception. It might be the next step we register those lot numbers. Um, and so they would appear as non-tracked products on those transfers. Okay, test that out. Use the sandbox. Push rules are now triggered when a transfer is validated. Since transfers are not created in advance, it allows more flexibility. So that's that thing that I told you about. So the delivery order is not going to show up until you validated that pick transfer. Transfers waiting for another transfer are no longer polluting the space. All default multi-step routes have been redesigned to reflect that change. So that kind of sucks if you really relied on those documents to say awaiting another operation, because that's kind of nixing that. It's that document is not created um, until that operation is complete. So if that's how you scheduled, test this out. Don't start changing things tomorrow because you heard it from me. Look at your sandbox, and make sure that we're prepared for that. Of course, this is 17.2. If you're on SH, don't worry about it. Worry about it when 18 comes out because it'll probably be on 18. Um, these are for the SaaS folks in the room. All right, moving out of inventory. View empty locations. Sorry, see which locations are empty from locations list view. That's awesome as well. Knowledge. We've been really using knowledge internally, and it's been great. Definitely start using knowledge to retain data. Big problem with company turnover is that data is just, or rather, not data, but SOPs. And some data. Just gets lost if you don't record it. So in the knowledge app is great for that. Manufacturing, really neat feature here is that on bills of material, manufacturing orders, repair orders, we now have that catalog that you can recall from our um, sales app. That was new in 17.0. We're really proud of that one. So bills of material here, you can now add components and you can look here in the catalog for them if you so please. Alrighty, perfect. Payroll, automatic localization installation. Awesome. Salary configurator, bicycle categories. Um, let's see. Planning, consider availability. Prevent scheduling shifts on days when employees are unavailable to work by considering availability generating recurring shifts. All right, perfect. QR code payments on point of sale, and predefine internal notes. So if you have a common internal note that you use, no dressing, emergency. I was in the restaurant business before. We had all of that stuff. 86 is going to be a big one. Um, you can have those notes kind of automatically appear. Um, consider deadlines. Automatically consider deadlines and scheduling tasks in the Gantt view. A couple things in purchase. New purchase agreement type. So added new type of purchase agreement to create request for quotation with fixed quantities easily. Test that out in the sandbox. The next thing is something I want to show you guys, is that you can generate lot numbers when receiving tracked products. So not only can you do that with serial numbers now, but you can essentially generate those lot numbers. So let's hop into it. I'm going to go and not in our sales. This is a purchase feature after all. I'm going to create a new product. I name mine very creatively, just my gram. Oh, what am I doing? We got to put lots on that. We could also put a cost on it. So we could say that we got to go to the inventory tab and track by lots. Perfect. And now let's purchase it. Audrey Peterson. Perfect. See me product. See me use Odoo, guys. All right, so we'll order 10 of those, confirm that, go to the receipt for it, and now we got to hit this little hamburger menu, our little detail operations, and now we have the ability to generate serial numbers and or lots. So this is a lotted product. Um, so I'm going to select that, and now you have the ability to start with your first lot, and it will go in sequential order. So lot 001, quantities per lot. So we could say 2 would have 5 lots there. Then quantity received is how many we currently receive. So maybe we received them all. So we'll get new lots, lot 1, lot 2, lot 3, lot 4, lot 5. And just like that, you've labeled all of your products um, by lots when you're receiving those. And of course, we just validate. Traceability, there they all are. That's awesome. Some additional things here: sales product documents on email templates. We can send the send quotation and order confirmation email templates have been adopted to mention product documents available for the customers in the portal. All right, so our default email template, which is mostly a hard coded template, is has added that to reference documents in the portal view. So if you are if you're interested in more portal traffic, that's going to help you out there. Quotation template sequence. So you can sort quotation templates by order of importance. So as you can recall, on a sale order, we can choose a quotation template. Looks like we have a few here. So we can go and find those quotation templates and configuration quotation templates, and now you can click and drag. Maybe the monthly sales quotation template is most important. Um, and so we have the ability to sort those out now. And of course, if we go to the quotation, it will reflect that. So if you're dealing with essentially over 5, you won't be able to see one of those. So at least have like your top 4, your top 5 up here at the top there. All right, optional reminders, awesome. Um, guys, look up Odoo 17 release notes, and you'll see all of these going back. You might even see things from Odoo 17.1 that you haven't seen before. Edit buttons, change button labels in form view, and highlight them as primary or secondary buttons. All right, so was able to look more into this one. So we're talking about these buttons here in the form view of a lot of our documents, including our sales app. So here we've selected a button. So just by selecting it, we have the ability to edit it here. And then this is where you can change the class. So this is currently a secondary button. I imagine if you make it a primary button, it turns purple like that. Hover over the little question mark. You're going to see it uses Bootstrap. Um, I am going to do a little bit of a dirty dev and see if that changes anything. Whoa, it changed it. It turned it purple. Oh my goodness, I'm a developer. Um, yeah, this could help. Just every piece of visual helps make things quicker and runs things smoother. So if this, is a game changer, that's all that's great. Um, all right, subscriptions, automate future payments, recurring plan on e-commerce. Whoa. Um, and then we have some more apps kind of getting into things such as surveys, time off, durations of hour reporting, and just some additional features for our website there. So, of course, I didn't dive into all of them. I probably dove into 10% of them. So hop into here and check it out for yourself. See what is going to do your business some good, and see what things your business may have to worry about. As I mentioned, that document thing could go one or two ways for a business. So check it out. Do your due diligence. This is your system as well. And as always, test in a run bot.